Welcome everybody to another edition of Thirsty Thursday. I am Michelle, Fun in Key West, and I'm so glad that you guys stopped by. Today we're delving into the world of Ernest Hemingway. His favorite drinks, the iconic places he drank in Key West and might have visited, and how you can drink like him yourself. Hemingway was known to not enjoy or like or lean to the sweeter drinks. He liked his drinks, well, we know he liked his drinks strong, but not on the sweet side. And you'll see a lot of that in the drinks that he's been known to either create or have enjoyed. So we know that Hemingway loved culture and traveled the world and did all kinds of exploration as he did that. And one of his favorite places to go was Havana, Cuba. He had a place there, he loved the people, fell in love with just the culture and the vibe of the area. And he was a regular at the El Florida in Havana, and that's where he fell in love with their version of a daiquiri. This isn't the frozen drink that you're going to see. It doesn't come out of those machines. This drink is not on the sweet side, and it just usually has three ingredients, which would be light rum, lime juice, and sugar. But the bar created a special version for him, the Papa Doble, and it had a double shot of rum, fresh lime juice, some grapefruit juice, and some maraschino liqueur with no sugar. So it likened into his less sweet taste, but it had all the alcohol that he wanted. He's famously has been known to say, I don't want to taste the rum, or I don't want to taste the lime, I don't want to taste the sugar, all I want to taste is the daiquiri. And I think a very well balanced cocktail is exactly that. You don't taste the alcohol, you don't taste the juice, you just taste the cocktail. One that he's been known to drink or create or be around is Death in the Afternoon. And this is a drink that took strong, it was a strong and unique cocktail. And you're not going to quite get it the way it was made during Hemingway's days, but you're going to take absinthe and champagne and mix that. It's named after his book, Death in the Afternoon, and this is what he advised in the book. Pour one jigger of absinthe into a champagne glass. Add champagne, and to add iced champagne until it attains the proper opalescent milkiness. Drink 3 to 5 of these slowly. Sounds like a Hemingway quote, doesn't it? Another drink that Hemingway references, especially in his writing, but he has been known to have probably drank at Sloppy Joe's, is called the Green Isaac Special. And it's mentioned in the Islands in the Stream book that he wrote. And this one is gin, coconut water, fresh lime juice, and bitters. And it's a refreshing tropical cocktail because you've got all the essence of the gin and the lime juice and the coconut water. But it's not obviously on the sweet side. Hemingway was known to drink daily, and his daily drinks consisted usually of maybe a whiskey and soda, a gin and tonic, maybe a dry martini. And these seem to, as we go back through and do a lot of research on Hemingway, seem to be a staple in his daily routine. But what I found interesting though is he liked Campari drinks. And I guess it's not that interesting in terms of surprising because Campari's not sweet. It's on that bitter side. And so he liked a Negroni. And that's made with equal parts of gin, Campari, a little bit of sweet vermouth, and it's got an orange peel on it. It's bold. If you've ever had a Negroni, they're on the bitter side, not on the sweet side, but they're definitely on the bitter side. And Hemingway supposedly loved a Negroni. Another drink that I found that Hemingway liked was Americanos. And my first thought was, well, that's coffee. No, it's actually a drink made with Campari. It's a lighter alternative to Negroni. And so it's the Campari, it's a sweet vermouth, and soda water. So it's a little lighter, not as heavy as you could think about of a Negroni bean, but it's refreshing. It's lower in alcohol content, so it's on that lighter side. If you are heading to Key West and you want to hit the haunts and the spots that Hemingway probably, first we know a couple places that we know for sure he was at, and there's some other places that he probably could have been at. First, we have Sloppy Joe's. Now, this opened in 1933, and it was, we know, Hemingway's favorite watering hole. Today, Sloppy Joe's, even though y'all say it's a tourist trap, I still like Sloppy Joe's. They're known for strong drinks. They have a great atmosphere. They have an interesting cocktail menu. They serve food. The music's running all day. And trust me, it is a heavy pour. And I think Sloppy Joe's is a must stop on any trip to Key West. Now, Sloppy Joe's was originally in where Captain Tony's is today, and we know that it moved from there to its new location where it is today in 1937 because of a rent dispute. But today you can check out Captain Tony's, and there are a lot of Hemingway connections there. You can see there's probably some throwbacks of what it looked like back then in 1933. And it still has some of that unique charm that Hemingway fell in love with when he first started to go there before it moved. Another spot that he probably went to is where Blue Heaven is today. It was known for boxing matches, and we know how close it is to his house. He was probably there, and he probably reffed boxing matches there, and there were cockfights back then, and so we know that he probably ended up being there, whatever it was named or known of as then. One of the oldest establishments in Key West, which opened in 1909, is Pepe's Cafe. And so we know he probably visited Pepe's back then. It wasn't where it is today. It was at a different location back in 1909, but he probably visited Pepe's. So when you go to Blue Heaven, know that probably in that courtyard, Hemingway was there, boxing matches and entertaining the crowd. And as you eat at Pepe's, know that those recipes were probably enjoyed by Hemingway at some point in time. Hemingway had a unique influence on Key West cocktail culture, not just Key West culture, but it's cocktail culture. So the Papa Doble is still a popular cocktail worldwide. When you drink like Hemingway, you're going to be a strong drink, very little sugar, if no sugar at all. And I don't advise this at all, but he did drink large quantities. But we want to make sure that, we stay in check. Key West continues to honor Hemingway in multiple ways. First, you can visit his home. You can see descendants of the original six-toed cat, Snowball. You can see the influences that he had throughout the island. But be sure, if this is something that you really want to check out and get more involved in and see and experience, you have to come to Key West in July for Hemingway Days. It's an annual festival. It happens every July, and it's over several days. It occurs. There's a Hemingway lookalike contest, and so you'll see lots of Hemingway lookalikes walking through town, and they have a great contest there at Sloppy Joe's. There are literary meetings and writings and competitions that you can get involved in. One of my favorite things occurs, I think it's on Saturday of the Hemingway Days Festival, is the running of the bulls. So they bring out these imitation bulls that are on rollers, wheels, and they go around the block. And so it's a parody of the running of the bulls. But I'm telling you, it is a great time to come down and just be in the spirit of July in Key West and Hemingway and all of that. Another really fun thing to do is they incorporate the Hemingway 5K sunset run, and of course they have the paddleboard race that goes around the island, but they have the 5K. I love this race. It takes place during Hemingway Days, and it's a sunset celebration. So it starts off later in the afternoon, close to sunset. You run it, and you end up at the end, and you get free beer. I'm telling you, it's a great event if you love 5Ks and love to run, or you can walk it. There's plenty of time. You can walk it. head down and check out Hemingway Days and do the Hemingway 5K. I think it's a great way to spend a July vacation in Key West. There is a lot of information about the Hemingway Days and other things that are happening in Key West. Plus, there's other cocktail recipes over in our island inspired recipe section. Be sure to check out all of those cocktails there so that you can recreate some of these Key West inspired cocktails at your own home, in your backyard, and I hope you guys will have a tiki bar too. But be sure to check that out over at FunInKeyWest.com. Sign up for our Fun in Key West book club. We are getting a lot of traction on that, and a lot of people are enjoying the books that we're choosing. We have a new book every month, and we have some exciting things happening, and you want to be part of that. And the only way to know about that is to be part of the book club. At the bottom of the website in the footer down there is a sign up. Be sure to do that. I am Michelle with Fun in Key West. You guys have a great day. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll talk to you later.